I've sat, eating in some alley and a while back, and here comes this car with a young guy driving and his girlfriend, I think, and the guy gets out of the car and gives me a pack of cigarettes, gives me $20, and told me he hopes everything's going to be good and stuff. This winter, of course, everyone up here knows about this winter, and it's been very difficult because the worse it gets, I've noticed a lot of people get more emotional about it. There's more fear, there's more self-criticism because people say, if I can't get out of even this, what can I do? I'm sure you can understand what I mean. You start thinking, well, if I can't even get out of the weather, what can I do? And then you see people, couples going out and having a good time. It's so lonely. You see them going into restaurants, going to movies, doing, simple things, that people would love to do. And that is all so distant. And as time goes on, it becomes more and more distant. And pretty soon, people are so far away from that they've almost given up every bit of hope that they have. After I got out of the Army, I lived in the street in Minneapolis for at least 10 years. I was living as a drug addict, musician in the street and on Hennepin Avenue. It's a well-known area. It was a little different back when I was there than it is now. To me, it's a matter of self-medication because of my diagnosis. I have 7 mental disorders I was diagnosed with, and sometimes I don't think I'm getting a thorough enough look medically, but it's been in and out, and the cycle, and the withdrawal, and then back out, and then healing up, getting healthy again, and then all of a sudden back into it. It's really a horrible life, And sometimes I imagine myself going into another world, and I go, well, I don't care if I come back or not. One of the main points that I notice is people see their inadequacies or perceive them to be their fault completely, and it's not always that way. And besides the physical discomfort, there's the mental, the self-persecution. That's part of it too. What I want to do is I want to do public education and speaking at like high school drug weeks. I've done that already, and so I want to do education and talk about the disease concept of addiction and some of the resources that are available and why people don't get involved, their fears about getting help and the mental health aspect of it. That's the real answer, I think, is education. I think people are good, and if I can do it and combine it with something that's of service to people, then that's the true wealth to me. I think if we can come together somehow, I think it's going to win out in the end. I really believe that. This winter, I was reflecting on all that stuff, and I thought, I've got it pretty good here. I want to keep it going.